I'm Mark.
And I'm Lenise.
And you're watching Living Well, Uintah Basin, where success is defined by you. Today we get to follow one of our own as he went on the Dirty Dash for a dose of good, clean fun.
On Dish by Dish, we're going to take you to Warriors Warehouse. It's a new local health store company that started here.
And finally, we get to hear from a local man who's transformed his life through diet and exercise. Well, Lenise, should we get after it?
Let's go do it.
Living Well, Uintah Basin, presented by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Also made possible by Anadarko and Uintah Recreation District. Living Well, Beyond the Couch.
On this show, we're always focusing on things that you guys can do to get beyond the couch and stay active. Whether it's something here locally or out of town, there's so many things that you can participate in. This episode, we're going to follow one of our own, Alex Monson, our producer, as he and his wife head to Midway to participate in the Dirty Dash. This race is fun because whether you're an avid runner or just somebody that wants to get out and participate, it's a race for all. As you do running and obstacle courses through the mud, it's quite an adventure. After watching this, if it looks fun to you, Roosevelt City is having one of their own on July 4th that you can get out and do. So let's go follow Alex as he does his journey through the Dirty Dash.
Hi, I'm Alex.
I'm Annie.
And we're local Vernal residents about to go do what's called the Dirty Dash in Midway, Utah. It's a big mud fun run, but we'll tell you about it on the way because we're actually running a little late. Come on. So here we are in Midway. The Dirty Dash is held at Soldier Hollow. So, what is a Dirty Dash? Basically, it's like a 3 to 5 mile run with obstacles like mud pits and walls, running through the lake and all that. How do you prepare for a Dirty Dash? Really, all you need is some old clothes and a good attitude. That's it. If you look at us, we don't look very pretty right now. We're just wearing old clothes. So one thing we've learned about the Dirty Dash is if you want to do it, I would sign up as early as you can. And if you look at this guy, he's telling us where to park. You see the line of people? As the day goes on, it just gets crazier. I'm just going to let this record. So if we say or do anything stupid, Devin, make sure you edit this out. If you can see, everybody, lots of people dress up for this event. I've seen superheroes, anything from people wearing basically nothing to pirates. You don't have to be able to run the full way. You don't have to be in amazing shape. Yeah, you don't even have to be all that competitive. Basically, it's just a fun race.
It's our second year.
That is the starting line right back there. You're gonna have a hard time hearing us from here on out because I'm putting you in the waterproof case. Are you ready?
But my opinion is
We just finished the Dirty Dash. We're all clean now. As you can see behind me, there's just thousands of people here. Thousands of people just come and have fun. Get muddy, run, jog, walk, crawl, whatever you need to do. Did you have fun? Awesome.
I want to go to dinner with you.
Get out and do stuff. Off to Mark and Lenise now.
Living Well, Dish by Dish.
Hello everyone, welcome to Dish by Dish. Today we have a little bit different show. We're here with Jason Lewis at his new store, Warrior Warehouse. Jason, thanks for having us here today. And I'm excited about this because, you know, I think about, athletes, and I was down to the rec center talking to some of the guys that are really serious weightlifters. I said, you guys are really killing it. I said, have you seen Jason Lewis lift? You know, so I know you've got the background, also you're in pharmacy. How do you take your athletic background and your pharmacy? What combination does that do to help you run this store?
Well, I think the most important thing when it comes to, diet supplementation is knowing the right things that your body needs to grow, recover, and perform well.
Yeah, knowledge is power, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, if you put the right things in, you know, you don't put honey in your car to run it down the street, right?
Right.
You put in gasoline. So this is the human gasoline right here. This is the high octane stuff, right?
Yeah. And as far as pharmacy goes, we focus on dosing, which is really applicable here because when you're looking at studies and you're looking, this product does this, helps with recovery. Well, what dose are they using? Does every product have the correct dose? And it's not as well regulated by the FDA, and so people need that knowledge to be able to choose appropriate products.
Sure, even if it's healthy, if you put too much of anything in, it could turn to a bad thing. Right. So you need to know, how do I use it, what amounts, and what do I mix it with, right?
Right.
And so and that's where your knowledge, both as an athlete as a pharmacist, I think really would help somebody. Especially these guys, CrossFit's a real big deal right now, and a lot of that health awareness is really large right now. Show us some of the things you've got. I want to look at some of the supplemental side right now.
Okay. So two of the best amino acids for recovery is going to be your branched chain aminos and your glutamine. Whey protein has always been looked at the ideal protein post-workout because it naturally has the most branched chain aminos in it.
Yeah. And the amino acids are the building blocks for everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So your branched chain aminos play a huge portion in your protein synthesis. We do have this product, Aftershock from Myogenics. It actually is pretty cool because it's got your branched chain aminos. It's got some post-carb, which is actually important for your glycogen recovery, and then it's got your glutamine, it's got joint support, all in one product. So I mean, you got one thing, you don't have to buy 5 things and take them all together. So
and when you're talking about recovery, you go out and hit a really hard workout, whether it's lifting, running, or something, you've broken your muscles down. This helps build it up, right?
Right, and recovery is important because the longer your recovery time is, the longer it's going to be before you can work that body part down.
So then you have like meal replacements, like just a protein powder that you make into a shake. Mm-hmm. You could take this as basically a meal replacement, couldn't you?
Yeah.
And these are great because I drink these in the morning. Sometimes I don't want a bowl of cereal or I don't want to have whatever the kids are eating. I'll whip that up, and it's great. It tastes good, fills you up, makes you feel full. What about this one here? This one I was interested in, muscle egg.
This one's really cool. It's a pasteurized egg white. It's already pre-flavored. And the cool thing about it is it's a Utah company. Since it's pasteurized, you can drink it straight out of the carton. No problem. So natural protein source, has everything intact, and really, really great.
Yeah, that's cool. So this is a lot of the athletic side, we're talking about the amino acids, the proteins. I want to bring Jeannie, Jason's wife, in. She can talk about some of the family application. How do we feed our families a little bit healthier? Thank you, Jason. Yep. Well, thanks, Jeannie, for coming on the show. Jason talked about his athletics and his background to get us here and some of the protein supplements. But families, moms especially, on the go right now. And we don't have time to sit down and make healthy things. How do we do it quickly? I want you to introduce some of the things that can supplement and replace what we're already eating, but do it in a healthy style.
Well, it's important to do things and eat clean because it affects our health and how we feel, and it's not just us, but our kids. And so One thing that is a really easy way to do it is with P28 bread. It has 14 grams of protein per slice and only 12 carbs. And it has whole wheat in it as well as a whey isolate. So it's a very high quality bread. And you can slap any kind of the high protein spreads on there, which have 14 grams of protein and only 3 sugars. And they come in many flavors, and
So
the
we're,
kids like that.
We're replacing a high, like a Jiffy's got a really high content of sugar in it.
Exactly.
And a white bread has very low, very high carbs and very low protein.
Exactly.
Like maybe 1 gram of protein per slice.
This is going to keep your child fuller longer so that they're able to concentrate and also just perform better.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, talk about the flour substitute products that we have
So
here.
we've got lots of different types of flours. Coconut, usually we all use just a normal wheat or a white flour. Coconut flour is higher in fiber and it's lower in the glycemic index. And so you can start switching that out for your normal flours so that it's a healthier substitute. Your kids won't even notice when you start making pancakes and other things like that. They will have no idea, but they're getting a healthier, balanced
And gluten-free too.
It is gluten-free. Almond flour is also gluten-free. We also carry a better batter that's just an all-purpose flour, so you can mix that in. We also have just some healthy nut snacks that they don't add a lot of preservatives, they're not roasted, so that they get a raw, healthy snack. We also have the chia seeds. These are high in protein, they're high in omega-3s. They also have a lot of fiber. You can throw these in a shake, a yogurt, anything that you want, and your kids won't even know. And they're full of fiber, and so then your kids have no idea what they're getting.
Oh, they get the healthy stuff, they don't know they have it.
Exactly, and they expand where flaxseed you actually have to grind up. These will expand with fluid, and so you can just put those right in there. Quinoa is something that people are starting to realize. It has high protein, it's a super grain. It also has fiber. You can make a pilaf, you can make a salad. People try to eat this plain, but it's not as good just plain. You need to really add some spices or mix it in.
Well, this is great. This is something that I think Vernal and the world needs. I really appreciate you guys putting on this store. I know my family has already used a lot of the products.
Exactly.
Come check it out. They have the knowledge, they have the products, and they can help you with what you're trying to do in your weight loss goals and your health and fitness goals. Thanks for joining us on Dish by Dish, everyone. Planning on spending time outside this summer? Then you should probably plan on spraying yourself and your whole family with insect repellent. When looking for a repellent, those with 10 to 30% concentration of DEET will be the most effective and can be safely sprayed on the skin. If you are worried about using repellents with DEET, then look for the ingredient picaridin or oil of lemon eucalyptus. For more information, look up the Fight the Bite campaign online.
Living well, your way.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Living Well, Your Way. With me on the show today, I have a good friend of mine, BJ Honeycutt. And BJ, we've known each other, what now, about 5 years?
5 years.
And I remember the first time we went mountain biking. You showed up with some guys and you had basketball shorts on. You remember this?
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, I mean, at that time of your life, you were just about, the mentality was, I used to be an athlete in high school, I got a little out of shape, and I got to do something about it. Tell me what happened in that stage.
Well, I think it's really just a stage of life. Like, usually when you get married, I mean, in high school, I was very athletic. And then when I graduated, I think it's just a part of life. You get married, you start packing on the weight, you get 3 square meals a day, you start getting, I even got a raise at work, so I wasn't as active, and ended up gaining about 90 pounds. I got up to 287, and I really was feeling horrible. Health-wise, I just felt terrible. And then the doctor, I was 24, 25, and the doctor put me on blood pressure and cholesterol pills and monitored me really well because, I was a walking time bomb.
24 years old, a little bit too early to be on
it's
blood
horrible.
pressure medication.
It's terrible. So.
But wouldn't you say, that probably describes a good portion of us. We all get there, don't we?
Yeah, we all get there. Like, people don't realize it, but we all get there. You go through high school and you're really active. You get out of high school and you want nothing to do with being active anymore because it's just not part of your life. You don't have a coach, you don't have anybody, and you just want to hang out, relax, eat whatever you want, and make up for all that time you worked out in high school.
So 287 was the peak?
287 was the peak.
Yeah.
And then I decided to start mountain biking with these guys. And you know, they'd usually get home, go eat breakfast, and then I'd get to my, I'd get back to the truck and then head home. But anyway, I kept training. It took me about two years of solid training, and I did my first triathlon here in Vernal, the Dino Tri. And at that time, I was probably about 210, and then I had lost, I got down to 195 and I lost 90 pounds, just through triathlon pretty much. And then me and Mark did an Ironman in 2011.
Wait a minute now, because if I remember the story right, you came to me and said, I'm doing Ironman, do you want to go?
Yeah.
And I looked over at 190, and at the time I probably weighed 220. I said, I don't know if I can keep up with this guy. And that was awesome though, because you're talking about triathlons. Dino Tri is quite a short distance race. And although it got you to a certain spot, we're talking about Ironman. That's the long race. That's the 140 miles.
Yeah, it's 140 miles in one day. And it just started here though, it started with me one day asking my doctor, hey, how's it looking for me? And my doctor's, your doctor always tells you need to lose 10, 20 pounds. And nobody wants to listen to him, but really, you lose that 10, 20 pounds and it helps. That's all it took for me, 10, 20. And then it never gets old when people are telling you that you look great. But anyway, I started small, trained for a while before I did my first try, and it started here in Vernal, and I mean, it changed my life. That was my goal. I got with Mark, and we ended up doing an Ironman in 2011.
Yeah, you're talking about feeling great, but more importantly for me, one of the things I wanted to do is I had all these young kids. I couldn't go play around a basketball with them.
Oh yeah.
I got to the point where if I ran up the court once, I had to go sit down and watch them play.
Right.
And I said to myself, these kids are going to be with me for the next, 18 years in the house, and then how many other years when they're adults, I want to go with them.
Right. That was my big thing too, is, we had my first boy, he's 9, he'll be 9 in August, and my first boy, that was kind of a life-changing deal. It's like, I want to see him graduate. I want to be able to whoop this kid at basketball when, he's 18 years old, but it was bad. When I started drilling out on the drilling rigs, I just got really big, and I mean, I didn't work hard, but when I got home, I'd sit around all days off. I worked 7 on, 7 off, and all days off, I was just so tired, I'd lay around on the couch. I mean, I wouldn't do nothing all day long. If I took the trash out, I was winded. My day was over.
Now you're talking about your 7 off. Now you use those, and not only do you have energy for your family, and that's because you're active.
Right.
You have more energy for work, your family, and you get to enjoy some of the most beautiful country in the world right here in our backyard.
Right. Mark's right. I mean, I've been all over, I work in North Dakota. I've been all over the country, and really Vernal, it's just a great spot. I mean, you got the best mountain biking, and now I can barely keep up with these guys, so I'm doing good. And then, the triathlons, I mean, I've been all over, and right here has everything anybody could think of, as far as staying fit,
Yeah, so from 287 pounds to Ironman.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for these guys listening at home? I know there's somebody that's watching that says, I can't do this.
Right.
You got any advice for that person?
The only advice I would say is, just take it slow and have fun with what you're doing. Don't read into it so much, and really don't ever listen to anybody who says you can't, because I don't know how many people when I started doing triathlons was like, oh, which section do you do? Oh, there's no way you're doing a triathlon. There's no way you're even running. And it's like, prove them wrong. Get out there and do it. And you just don't realize the domino effect in life, like with being fit, your job, your lifestyle. I mean, it's just a domino effect in a positive way.
I appreciate that. I mean, I've done it, you've done it. I've talked to a lot of people here on this show, that have changed their life. So if you think you can't, you can. It's all upstairs. Thanks a lot, BJ.
Hey, thanks, guys.
We want to thank our guests and also thank you for watching our show.
We want to tell everyone about VTV's 12 Weeks of Summer giveaway. Every week we'll be giving a prize.
To get the prizes, remember to like VTV's Facebook page, which is VTV Channel 6.
And until next time, live well, Uintah Basin.